Hey guys, the only way Rep is willing to talk to me is apparently through videos. He won't debate me despite challenging me repeatedly in the past, so I'm going to make a response to the final Fall of Onision. He starts out referencing my age, 27 years old, and he says, what do you do when someone says no? They react like a child, in his opinion. Let me tell you, Rep, during my live debates, there are multiple witnesses seeing you challenge me to a debate. Here's a screenshot of you challenging me during the debates. Here's the email where you said you never challenged me. Here's you supporting a petition to debate me. This is black and white evidence that you lied. I have no real understanding as to why you refused to debate me, because initially you suggested that we have a discussion. But then I agreed to have a discussion and a mediator, and even then you backed out. Now, during the debate with other individuals who were brave enough to actually debate me, they talked about how shameful it was to challenge someone to a debate only to back out, and then post a bunch of legal documents sharing that person's ex-wife's personal information to include her full name. Most reasonable people agree that that kind of behavior is completely out of line. Now I sent you an email asking you to censor out my ex-wife's name. I really hope if you haven't done that yet that you do decide to censor out her name. Regardless, I'm going to actually respond to your 22-minute video. So here we go. And again, this could have been settled via live discussion with the mediator, but instead you chose to talk to your camera instead of me. Okay, as far as so-called haters, when people make multiple negative videos about you, they are haters. I don't know why there's a discussion about this. People who disagree with you are not automatically haters. People who hate on you are. Like for instance, I had a debate with SG. Apparently he has made 40+ negative videos about me. He swore at me, he yelled at me, and he insulted me. That is an example of a hater. Somebody who says, listen, as far as your views on abortion, I'm pro-life, and I don't agree with you. That person is not a hater. They are someone with a different opinion. What is and isn't a hater is self-evident. And the sad thing is that the real people who abuse the word hater are the individuals who go to someone's channel and they say, this person's a monster, a psychopath, and I hate them. That is a hater. But those very same people are saying, oh, I'm a hater because I don't agree with you. You say out of the clear blue, as if it came out of nowhere, that I challenged you to a debate, despite you with tons of witnesses openly challenging me to debates while the debates were occurring. It didn't come out of the blue, Rep. You asked for it, you got it, and when you got it, you ran. This is the evidence. It's right in front of you. And then he uses an example of me saying that I picked this individual because Rep said good luck to them, which means Rep was supporting the debaters. So again, it didn't come out of the blue. And then he points out that I said I didn't want to talk to him. The reality is, however, I saw that multiple people were saying that he was going to pwn me in discussion. I saw his challenges and I'm like, you know what? I can man up. I don't want to talk to him, but a lot of people are voting for me to talk to him. I'll do it for my audience and I'll do it to prove people wrong. And again, what did he do? He literally went and deleted his comments. So now you can't even find them. All you have now are witnesses and screenshots of what happened. He then says, importantly and specifically, that he didn't handwrite my in-laws a snail mail letter. And we both agree upon this fact. I've publicly agreed upon this fact multiple times in the past. However, he did make a video trying to destroy my relationship with my family, directed at my in-laws. He also wrote them via Facebook. And the bottom line, Rep, you never go after someone's family. That's one of the most inappropriate things you could ever do. And you, sir, did exactly that. You went after someone's family. I don't even have to say what kind of person someone who goes after someone's family is. That is self-evident. He then points out how many times I've said I want nothing to do with it. But guess what? Someone can poke you and poke you and poke you and poke you only so many times before you say, you know what? Let's go. So that's what I did. I said, you know what, dude? Let's throw down. Let's do this. Let's have a live debate. And you know what he did when I turned around? He ran. He literally says that he has never asked to debate me yet again. Blatantly lying to you guys. I don't even know if he removed it from his Facebook yet. But guess what? This man is sticking with his lie. It's amazing. Because if he hasn't removed it from his Facebook yet, you can go over there now, scroll down, and you'll see him literally challenging me to a debate. And he just literally said he never has. And then there's this screenshot again. This is amazing that someone would stand by a lie even though they've been publicly proven wrong again and again. Listen guys, I've made mistakes in my life and I admit when I'm wrong. But this isn't a gray matter. This is literally black and white. He says he never challenged me to a debate even though it's proven that he in fact has multiple times. Me personally, I see someone blatantly lie to me like that and I'm like, dude, I'm out. Okay, I also want to point out something that invalidates his previous points, where he says, guess what, Onision, you previously said you never wanted to talk to me again, you had no interest in me, etc. And now you're contradicting yourself by pursuing debate with me. Of course, refusing to acknowledge the fact that he literally challenged me within the last few days. This very same man publicly publicly said that he wouldn't be talking about me ever again. In the very email he posted himself to his own video, he said that really having anything to do with me would be like beating a dead horse. So as you can see, he's guilty of the same things that he's saying I am, which is being a person who changes in time, a person who thinks about something and says, you know what, I want to go a different course. For me, it was the person who was getting poked and poked and poked and finally turned around and said, let's go. For him, it was a guy who says, I want to debate you, I want to debate you, I want to debate you, and then says, oh, I don't want to debate you anymore, and also I don't want to talk about you. Only to a few days later title a video, The Final Fall of Onision. It's like beating a dead horse, only not, because you're still beating it. He says he was going to make a final video about me and that he deleted all the clips. Regarding that video, this may be true, but let me tell you the most popular reason why someone stops making a video about something. It's because the video sucks. There are quite a few experienced YouTubers watching this video right now, and those individuals know damn well that what I just said is very true. If we don't like the way a video is going, we stop making it. If the final video he was going to make on me was a really, really good video, there's no way he would stop from making it. So basically what he's very likely indicating is that the last video he attempted to make on me was probably pretty weak. He couldn't see the point then, but at least he sees the point now and decided to make The Final Fall of Onision. He then says what I previously said, that he publicly said he wouldn't be talking about me anymore, and yet just like I pointed out, he's guilty of the same thing that he said I was guilty of, where he said he wouldn't do something a long time ago, but now is doing exactly that. So in that, the whole first section of his video is completely self-destructive. It's literally like he's ridiculing himself. He then talks about how he doesn't want to make a video about my wife's pregnancy. Well, Rep, you've made videos addressing my family members which are a part of my private life exclusively. You made my relationship with them public. You also took my marriage certificate and threatened to release it to a hate site. It was already available to the public. However, a marriage certificate on a legal site versus a marriage certificate on a hate site are two very different things. But the reality is, in your actual videos, you linked my marriage certificate, which means you not only pulled me under the bus, but my wife as well, who, by the way, hasn't done anything to anybody. My wife and my family do not deserve this stress, and yet you have flung it upon them. Innocent people. This is part of why I've never wanted to talk to you, because your behavior has disgusted me so much. You have behaved as a person who has no morals. It's as simple as this. If you have a problem with somebody, have a problem with them. Do not go after family. I don't know who your family is. I don't care to know who your family is because it is none of my business. I don't post your legal documents in my video description or threaten to release them to hate sites because that's just not something I'm willing to do. I don't see how it's productive. I do, however, see how it's abusive. And I also want to remind my audience, this individual pulled my ex-wife under the bus by releasing her full name to everyone as well. Yes, this full name was available to the public, but only if you went to a legal site and sought it out. He, however, posted my ex-wife's full name to this blog, which is negative towards me, and in that it could be seen as a hate blog, as what he presents there isn't constructive criticism, but rather his only objective appears to be trying to rip me apart. It's not like he says, hey everyone, this is Onision, he's on the wrong path in life, let's try to get him on the right path. Instead he says, hey, these are the accusations made against Onision, let's not give him a chance to speak his piece in live show. Rather, let's all treat these accusations as if they're fact and go spam him, telling him what garbage we believe him to be, based on something that we quite frankly do not have enough evidence to fully judge. Again, he points out that he says he doesn't want to produce any more content about me, then contradicting himself by making more content about me. So again, if you're going to say someone else is guilty of something, don't be guilty of it yourself. He then again emphasizes the same point he's been trying to drive this whole time, being completely unaware of his own behavior, questioning again and again why would somebody who says they don't want anything to do with another person would then proceed to want to have a dialogue with them, not realizing he is actively doing exactly the same thing. I just want to go off to the side real quick and express a concern I have. When I was going to do a Repzion debate, which me as a comedian I found to be very funny, and hundreds voted for me to do this. It wasn't like everybody was telling me no, that I shouldn't debate a sock. My thoughts were, okay, this guy doesn't want to debate me. I still want to counter his points. I may as well have some fun with this. And if you watch it, I laughed a lot because it was really amusing to me. And a lot of other people said, thank you for making that. It was hilarious. I cried laughing. So a lot of people enjoyed the Repzion debate. If you go to my Facebook, you'll also see the hundreds of people that voted to make that debate happen. But I just want to point out my concern. This man threatened me vaguely that something bad would happen to me if I proceeded to debate a sock. I kept thinking to myself when he was threatening me, first of all, is this guy psycho? Why would you threaten someone with something very bad and not tell them what it is? That could be anything. He could be threatening to show up to my house and throw a pie in my face, or he could be threatening to just update his status with Onision is a duty head. Saying you're gonna do something bad to somebody is very vague and scary. So I was looking at this and I was thinking to myself, okay, if I proceed to argue with a sock on a live show, this guy's gonna do something bad to me. And you know what I did? I could have ran like he ran when I challenged him to a debate, but instead I thought to myself, you know what? Let him do what he's gonna do. I will not be controlled by someone threatening me. I will not be controlled by fear. So I'm gonna proceed with this debate regardless. And you know what? The mass majority supported me, as you can see in the Facebook polls.